StadiumDB.com presents Future NFL Stadiums. Welcome! Today we're going to explore the true stadium American dream. The NFL League is steadily generating massive revenues, which also has an impact on the stadiums, in many cases already run down. That's why we're going to show you a few future NFL stadiums. The designs are very impressive and we can't wait to see them in reality. And we'll start with Washington Commanders Stadium. Capacity 55,000. Washington Commanders. A new stadium for the Washington Commanders has been discussed for some time. The current stadium, FedEx Field, is considered one of the worst in the NFL. In the spring of 2022, there were reports of the team purchasing land to build a stadium in Woodbridge, Virginia, about 25 miles from Washington, D.C., and later the state authorities were considering a bid to encourage the Commanders to build on their state's land. In the summer of 2023, there was a change of ownership of Commanders, but at this point, no concrete information on a new stadium is available. Also in 2016, renderings of the new stadium were shown, prepared by Studio Big. The stadium was to be built in Oxon Hill, Maryland, a piece south of the border with the District of Columbia, but the project has not materialized yet. However, the new venue is being discussed vigorously and perhaps more details will emerge soon. Nissan Stadium. Capacity 60,000. Tennessee Titans. The new stadium would be built next to the existing Nissan Stadium to the east of it, on the site previously occupied by car parks. A new ground lease is to be signed for 30 years. The facility could hold around 60,000 spectators, almost 1,000 fewer than the current stadium, and would become the smallest capacity venue in the NFL League, although it would also rank among the most modern. The main user of the stadium will be the NFL team Tennessee Titans, hence it has been designed primarily as an American football arena. 4 games per season at the facility are also to be played by the Tennessee State Tigers University football team without incurring a fee for use of the arena. The facility is expected to be suitable for hosting major events such as the Super Bowl, the finals of the university football playoffs, and WrestleMania, for example. In addition, the stadium will enhance Nashville's offerings in terms of hosting major concerts and festivals, reinforcing its reputation as a music city. The cost of building the stadium is estimated at $2.1 billion, of which $840 million is to be provided by the Tennessee Titans, with support for this cost to be provided by the NFL. $500 million is to be provided by the state of Tennessee, and $760 million is to come from the metropolitan government. New Highmark Stadium. Capacity 62,000. Buffalo Bills. This is a new stadium for the Buffalo Bills, which has been planned for at least a decade. Various locations were considered, but ultimately the facility will be built next to the existing Highmark Stadium. The stands will be partially covered and will hold 62,000 spectators. The new Buffalo Bills facility will thus rank among the smallest in the NFL League. However, comfort and visibility will be improved, and fans will be able to enjoy a more diverse range of seating choices. The upper stands will be covered and the roof will cover 65% of the seats. One of the important arguments, apart from the financial considerations, in favor of not having a full canopy, which has become increasingly fashionable in the NFL recently, was the fact that TV broadcasters of games from snowy Buffalo are very popular. The stands will also be equipped with heating, and with a revised pitch configuration, higher stands, canopy and exterior facade, the facility is expected to be much less affected by the wind blowing of Lake Erie. The stadium has been under construction since May 2023 and is expected to be completed in the summer of 2026. The projects of 3 NFL clubs are behind us, which means we're halfway through a trip into the future of American sport. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so and like the video while we show you more visuals. Stadium of the Future. capacity 62,000, Jacksonville Jaguars. Preparations for the redevelopment had already begun in 2016. In June 2020, technical analyses were undertaken to check the current state of the building. These gave a positive result regarding the possibility of further investment in the facility without the need for demolition. At the end of 2021, 8 architectural studios were engaged to develop a concept for the future stadium. At the beginning of 2023, it was announced that further cooperation on the concept would be carried out with HOK architects. The proposed upgrade involves far-reaching changes, one of the most important of which will be the creation of a roof to cover both the stands and the pitch. The roof will be covered with a light-transmitting ETFE material that will be shaded over the stands to protect against excessive sunlight. Open spaces on the sides will allow air to circulate freely. The canopy will allow the temperature inside the stadium to be up to 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit cooler on hot days. Among other things, the stadium will feature terraces with views of the city, and the pools from which matches can be watched will be preserved. To facilitate mobility, 13 new lifts and 32 escalators will be installed. Soldier Field, capacity 70,000, Chicago Bears. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot presented plans for the redevelopment of Soldier Field in the summer of 2022. The spectacular vision involves the rebuilding of the stands behind the ends of the pitch, where 4 massive columns are to be built to support a huge glass roof covering the stands and the pitch. The plan also includes an increase in the number of boxes and catering outlets. The upgrade is expected to help attract sponsors, including a title sponsor for the stadium. The cost of the redevelopment, depending on the strategy adopted, is estimated to be between $900 million and $2.2 billion. Lori Lightfoot has unveiled plans for the redevelopment of Soldier Field in response to the Bears' plans to move to a remote suburb. In 2021, the Chicago Bears signed a preliminary agreement to buy a horse racing track in Arlington Heights, a far suburb of Chicago. The main objective behind the purchase was the intention to build a new stadium, larger and more modern than Soldier Field. M&T Bank Stadium, capacity 71,000, Baltimore Ravens. In early 2023, the Ravens announced an extension to their lease of M&T Bank Stadium until 2037. The facility opened in 1998 and is located in downtown Baltimore. On the 12th of December 2023, plans were announced to upgrade the arena in the 30th largest city in the US. The work is expected to primarily involve the renovation of the space inside the stadium, mainly to improve premium areas, exterior changes and revitalization of the surrounding area, and to create a good environment for outdoor events there. A little surprising, however, is the cost of the upgrade. The changes are expected to amount to as much as $430 million, and this figure will be covered by state funds. The work is expected to be carried out between 2024 and 2026. This is the end of our American adventure. What do you think of the stadiums of the NFL club's future? Let us know in the comments which project you think is the most spectacular, and we're off to prepare more stadium content. See you there!